Senator Marshall.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And another red letter day that Senator Sanders and I agree on something. So we always got to mark these days down. So I appreciate both of y'all's leadership on this. Of all the business models out there, ESOP is one of my favorite. I think it's one of my favorite when I go visit them. The employees have a hop in their step. It's more than just getting a paycheck. They're working for the future. I bet you have incredible employee satisfaction and customer satisfaction because of those ESOPs. It's an area that I dove into before I got here. As I was looking towards economic development in small communities, what could be done to keep these companies from being sold to the East Coast or West Coast companies, and even more concern is countries or ownership out of the country. And what I found was President Reagan, that was a big reason he wanted to expand these, was to prevent foreign ownership of local companies and keep those jobs there. So congratulations to all the ESOPs, 6,000 employee owners in Kansas, Burns & Mac, Eagle Radio, J.E. Dunn, Bear Construction, Inland Trucking, and I could go on and on and on. And again, you can just tell an ESOP company the second you walk through the door how you're greeted. They provide job stability, employment, boost wages, and of course, just this incredible retirement plan. Now I want to address our bill, Retirement Through Ownership Act, and thank you, Senator Kane, for your leadership on this bill as well. This is something that should become law. As I understand it, if you're not a publicly traded ESOP and you have to do a valuation of this company, it's a challenge. And Mr. Rourke, maybe could you help address why this is important that we address this valuation issue?
Yes, it's very important. One of the challenges as you go through this is the uncertainty, I think.
Is your mic on?
Yes, maybe I need to lean in.
There you go, lean in.
One of the challenges is the uncertainty leads to a diminished valuation, sometimes because of the nervousness of the evaluator or the rules and just the fear of being sued. One of the concerns I have as a person who wants to remain as an ESOP long-term is that if that valuation comes in too low, someone coming in from the outside may offer such a substantial offer that I would get forced into looking at a sale. It would be nice if those things were well-defined and that we could get a valuation more consistent with the public markets. Maybe it doesn't need to be quite as high as the public markets, but it certainly needs to be reasonable. And there is often uncertainty in those valuations.
So, sir, we want to get the right valuation.
Want to get the right.
We want to get the right valuation. Mr. DuPuy, do you have anything you would add to the importance of this issue?
No, Senator, I don't. But that is an issue that I have come across, and the question came up earlier: is, do we experience companies that are hesitant to do this? And I will tell you that in my 20-ish years with Acadian, I've probably spoken to about 8 or 10 companies that once I went through the explanation of how it all works, kind of shied away from it, and I don't think any of them ever went.
Right. What it does is creates uncertainty. It creates uncertainty, I think, is the word that I would use, and we've been waiting over 50 years for a little bit clarification on the rules. Exactly. Mr. Barton, you have King Arthur Baking Company. I wonder if you could just speak to how good Kansas wheat is, that it's got a high protein content, it's the best for baking, and just anything you want to add about how important, how good Kansas wheat is for baking.
No objections whatsoever. Thank you.
I just want to.
We have many partners in Kansas.
I always brag that Kansas has high protein in it. And it's one more reason why Kansas wheat is better than French wheat, because it truly is better for baking.
It absolutely. One of our claims to fame, and one of the reasons why bakers can continue to come back, is our consistency in protein, where we don't necessarily have swings that other flours do, and we have your farmers to thank for that.
Yeah, if you have a wedding cake and this is your big event, you need consistent protein in that flour, right?
100%.
Yeah, thanks for agreeing with me on that as well. Mr. Blasi, what are your biggest challenges right now as an ESOP? And it could be beyond just the law right now. What other challenges are you seeing in your organization?
ESOP companies also have to figure out how to have a supportive corporate culture.
how to have employee participation in solving real company problems at the job level and the department level where employees can make an important difference.
Yeah.
ESOP companies need to look towards expanding profit sharing and gain sharing for short-term results. So it's combining the corporate culture with the greater financial advantage to employees. That's
Right.
the real.
And I guess I one more time apologize. I was hoping you would say the cost of healthcare and that we need more transparency in healthcare. But I thank you everyone for joining us here, and we're rooting you on. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.